If you have ever seen the popular TV show called Intervention, then you know that things often go wrong during the process. Some people get very upset when they walk into a room and realize that it is a large group of family and friends who want to talk to them about their problem. Those who are addicted to alcohol or drugs spend a lot of time living in denial and justifying their use, so being confronted in this way is probably the last thing that they want. Admitting that they have a problem goes against everything they tell themselves on a daily basis to continue on their addiction. So what happens when things go wrong during an intervention? The first thing that could happen is that your loved one could come into the room and immediately choose to walk out upon seeing everyone and realizing that it's an intervention. To deal with this issue, the interventionist will help you do a little planning ahead. During the preparation and education day, one family member will be assigned to follow your loved one out if he or she decides to walk out. It must be someone that your loved one respects and has a good relationship with that can best persuade him or her to come back into the room. No matter how upset your loved one gets, family and friends should stay right where they are and continue expressing their love and concern. It is very important that no one reacts to your loved one's anger and continue to remind your loved one that treatment is a gift, not a punishment. Your loved one could also choose to shut down and perhaps might even begin to ignore everyone in the intervention or just sit and say nothing. If this happens, each person must go on reading letters in the order that was agreed upon on the meeting preparation and education day. If your loved one stays silent while you're offering treatment and does not give an answer, the interventionist might prompt you to move on to reading the boundary list. Just remember to follow the lead of the interventionist because they will know the right time. Another thing that your loved one might do is cry. Seeing your loved one cry can easily kick in the instinct to offer consolation. In this case, it's best not to do that. Of course, it's natural to feel sympathetic for your loved one, but in this situation, it's best to not openly display sympathy that could later be taken advantage of and cause the intervention to fail. They may say something alluding to suicide or something more direct. Suicidal threats can certainly be serious, but they can also be bluffs. Regardless if your loved one is bluffing or trying to manipulate, suicide threats must always be taken seriously. At this point, your interventionist would instruct you to call a crisis line to get your loved one psychiatrically evaluated. All of these scenarios are examples of why hiring an intervention specialist to assist you with staging the intervention is important. You need someone who is a neutral party to help direct the situation and get things back on track if issues start to arise. If you have a loved one who is struggling with an addiction to alcohol or drugs, we encourage you to give us a call today.